Hi, my name is Sonia Ambriz Garza, and this is gonna be my video journal stating my experience and what I have learned throughout the past semesters that I have been learning. In Educational Learning Framework, EDUC-3000, Introduction to Teaching, EDUC-1301, and right now currently in Introduction to Special Populations Education to 2301. These semesters has changed the way I think about education, learning, and personal development, in addition to gaining greater knowledge of educational philosophies, unique populations, and inclusive methods. I've also improved my time management, motivation, and comprehension of learning process that will be influence me as a lifetime learner and future teacher. I am now more prepared to design a classroom than I was from before starting these classes, that is encouraging, welcoming, and motivated by empathy and purposely instruction as a prospective teacher that I'm gonna become. I have been learned a lot about time management, motivation, a growth mindset. That was a new vocabulary that I have learned throughout these semesters, and learning tactics while studying educational learning frameworks. This was my first semester that I was learning in education. One of the most important things I've learned is that time management is crucial to reducing stress and increasing productivity. These skills will be useful to me both as a student and as a teacher in the future, by embracing a growth mindset which enabled me to view setbacks as opportunities to improvement rather than as a failure. I was able to perceive my resilience and optimism. We also learned about Dew. He once said that those with a growth mindset became increasingly engaged, while those with a fixed mindset became increasingly disengaged. So this will help me out, since having a growth mindset, this holds that we can improve our skills with practice and perseverance and hard work. More success in school, the workplace, and life results from this mindset, which also boosts motivation and reliance. This is also an example that we can talk about is the power of yet. We learned that in education, an introduction to education. Knowing motivation made it easier for me to see how self-analysis and objectives may maintain my own and my students' interest in learning. Cognitive is also something I learned, and the definition of the Oxford gives us is the mental action or process of acquiring knowledge and understanding through thoughts, experience, and the sense. My knowledge of how the brain processes information and how various methods might serve distinct learners has grown as a result of studying learning strategies and cognition. Setting goals has kept me organized and motivated, enabling me to monitor my progress over time and divide more complex activities into smaller, more achievable steps. I was also able to discover how crucial self-control is, particularly when it comes to controlling emotions. In trying or stressful circumstances, I can stay motivated and help myself and my future students achieve their goals. By remaining composed and upbeat, these subjects are important because they lay the groundwork for both personal development and lifelong learning. I'll use these resources in my everyday activities and personal growth in addition to my classroom. I also got a better understanding of my physiological foundations and philosophies that influence education and learning. Introduction to Teaching Education 1301. Learning about other educational philosophies such as progressivism and humanism helped me to understand how crucial it is to meet kids where they are and create courses that push them to think at all levels, from remembering to producing. Progressive is education schools from kindergarten to high school hold that seeing is believing, that knowledge gained during an actual experience is best understood and longest retained. That's what Dewey said. Along with learning about Bloom's taxonomy and cognitive needs, I also learned about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which highlights the value of compassion in education and how to design courses that push kids to think at all levels, from remembering to creating. Once individuals have satisfactorily met their needs for love and belonging, they can begin to develop positive feelings of self-worth and self-esteem and act to foster pride in their work and in themselves as people. This is one of the things that highlighted me most on our book in Introduction to Education, in Building Teachers' Constructive Approach to Introducing Education. Since every student learns differently, it is essential to apply a range of teaching strategies in order to reach them all. According to Howard Gardner's theory of multiple intelligence, I was able to apply these ideas in real classroom settings and think about the kind of teacher I want to be through service learning and observation. In order to better help diverse kids, I also investigated behavioralism, humanistic, information processing, and constructivism theories of learning. This information is important because it influences how I will provide a welcoming, stimulating, and safe learning environment. I will use these frameworks to design meaningful, inspiring experience in and out of the classroom as a future educator, learner, and lifelong student. Also, what I have discovered in Introduction to Special Populations, Education 2301, which is I'm taking the course right now, is how important it is to establish a welcoming, encouraging environment for every student, irrespective of their identity, background, or capacity. I became more aware of the value of equality and differentiation in education after learning how to instruct learners with exceptionalities and special needs. The educational TED Talk video that I saw previously of Rita Pearson, how she illustrated that that kids don't learn from people that they don't like. This illustrated me how it is true. If you don't like the person that is teaching you, you will not be learning from them, because you need to change your perspective and have a growth mindset. And also you will need to have a good communication, not just with your students but also with their parents. As an upcoming educator, I interpret this comment to suggest that meaningful learning cannot occur until students and teachers have a good, trustworthy connection. This information was also reinforced by my teacher, Ms. Ramirez, the teacher that I interview and that I have been going for observations, that they also have a good communication with the parents as well. That way you guys can work together to make sure the students at home are reaching their full potential. I looked at the benefits and challenges of multicultural education and saw how play-based learning and culturally sensitive instructions promotes the growth and involvement in diverse students. Learning in any kind of form is a practice that teaches and facilitates the young children to learn and comprehend. This was demonstrated in our Play Day activity at the zoo, where my team and I encouraged kids of different ages and their parents also. Some parents did participate, and older teenagers also, not just little kids. Everybody got an opportunity to play and learn. My understanding parents to participate and learn about the black bears while playing in traditional games and hands-on activities. My understanding of other people's experience, empathy, and personal development were all enhanced by learning about intercultural development and the ability and disability of continuum. In addition, we talk about gender, sexual orientation, and the health aspect, highlighting the importance of schools that are respected and safe. This information is important because all students should feel seen, encouraged, and capable of succeeding. I will apply these principles to promote cooperation, inclusivity, and respect in community and in my classroom as a future educator and regular citizen. To sum up all the information that I have learned throughout these semesters, the information and ability acquired from these education classes have influenced the foundation of the teacher I hope to become. Every idea has used in practice, from inclusive behaviorism to learning theories. These teachings will be applying in my personal life, in my classroom, and in my ongoing educational journey.